Hello and welcome to ET Garage. Today's video is going to be about emblems. Okay, like I was saying, today's video is about emblems, and the reason I'm replacing them is because the front and rear emblems are getting in really bad shape, especially the rear one. After time they fade. I replaced these years ago, way back when I got this car, which was some time ago. I don't even know how many years I've had this car, but at that time this car had 163,000 and now it has 247,000, so you figure out the math. But yeah, I have polished these in the past and they come back looking pretty decent, but they got to the point where it's just time to replace them. These aren't too difficult to replace. Now, when I bought my new emblems, the front one doesn't come with a decal or a sticker on the back. The rear one does. And what I've been told the reason is for that is for security, so no one can come along, just remove these two nuts and steal your emblem. But whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is I'll need to use a heat gun on this one in order to get this off, because the double-sided tape that's on here is sticks really well. The front one doesn't have that, but the new ones that I got come with the double-sided tape on both the front and the rear, which is good because it's a little extra security in case you lose these nuts. Another thing they come with, you notice if these look different, that's because they put a protective sticker over this part. I don't know why they didn't do both, if there's a reason for that or not, but that's what they did. And this one is raised more compared to this, so maybe that's the reason. But I'm going to leave that on there until I get these mounted. This way they're protected. Also be careful when handling. You don't ding them up, and I might even throw a little polish on them before I put them on too. So, something to keep in mind, depending how fussy you are. Like I said, this comes with a decal on the one side. Like I said, I'm guessing that's there to protect it. And if you're wondering where I got these off of eBay. I will leave a link down in the description box, along with any other pertinent information. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll just leave these on there until I get them mounted, just to play it safe. First, we'll do the rear. Okay, like I was saying, one thing you're going to need is a heat gun. You don't need like this type of heat gun. You can use a hair dryer if you have to. It just takes a little longer. And put a towel back here to protect the paint finish of your car or something like that. A 10mm socket or wrench for the rear one. I'm not sure if the front's the same. We'll get to that though shortly though. But it's pretty simple. Just break them loose. And when I put these back on, I think I might put a little Loctite on them. Because those came off way too easy. Alright, now let's see about heating that up and getting that off. I'm also going to probably need something to pry this off. Might be worth putting masking tape around here, just to protect the surface as I pry it off. But let me see if I can just heat it and just pull it off that way. Do not use a torch and don't use excessive heat. Like when this has two heat settings, I'm going to use the lower heat setting. Careful when you place this down. This is hot and it can catch something fire or burn you or whatever, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get something to pry that up, so let me get some masking tape and something to pry that up with. Alright, I was going to try this plastic one, but I don't think that's going to get under there good enough. So what I'm going to do is use two scrapers, and one I'm going to place under here to help protect the plastic a little bit more. Well, that ain't going to work too good, but let's see. Yeah, there it goes. And it's going to need more heat. The sucker is on there. Okay, it looks like I am going to end up using this plastic. Yep, there she goes, finally. Alright, that's off. Now I just got to get all this stuff off. That's going to be the tough part. I'm a little leery about using chemicals on this, so I'm going to try the thumb method. You just roll your thumb and go like that. Yeah, it seems to be working on this. I don't know about the rest, but I might have to add some more heat to it. I think the thumb method is probably the safest as far as protecting your paint. If you know a better way, please leave comments down in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove the masking tape. And then I think, you can see where I have scratches in here already. I am going to take some rubbing compound, I think, and try and get it off that way. So hold tight. Okay, just put some rubbing compound down here, a little more. I am using McGuire's Ultimate Compound, and use that at first. See how that works. Now, I would think if someone at a body shop was doing this, and if you're a body person, professional body person, I think they might use one of those, it's like an eraser, an eraser. It looks like a big round eraser that you hook to like a drill or any type of rotary tool, and you could probably remove all this with that. I've never used one of them, so I can't say if it would work or not. I would think it would. This is taking some elbow grease. Okay, that's ready for the new emblem, and then I'll probably put another coat of polish on here over the top of both of them. Okay, I'm going to use some wax and tar remover on there to get that wax that I just put on so this sticks. I'm not sure if this would be good for removing the decal or not. I've never tried it for removing like that double-sided tape, but I am going to use it to get just around the area where it has to sit. And then after I get that on there, I'll polish everything up again with a protective coating. Okay, make sure these line up just in case. Yep, they line up. So we'll go ahead and take that sticker off. And that was pretty simple. Put the nuts on. Let me get some Loctite for them. Now I recommend you use medium or light grade Loctite. All I have is this Loctite, which is probably a little bit too much for that. So I'm not going to use it because then I'll have to use a lot of heat to get them off if I ever take them off again. And let's get them started. There we go. These are sort of like self-threading, even though there's threads on there. This might be self-threading. These aren't the self-threading type of nuts. This is what I have on there. Or at least that's what came on the car. The front uses different. They use those what they call body nuts, I believe. I'll try and leave the correct description when I get to it. And these aren't going. I might have to use those blind nuts. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I got my container of mixed nuts. Unfortunately, they're not the right size. I got one here that I might be able to use. These are the stamped steel nuts. I think they're called body nuts. And that's actually not going to work either because it sticks out too far. Which is why they probably have this. Okay. I'm going to have to take like a file to that or something. In the future, if you go to do this, I would test with these nuts before you go ahead and put this emblem on. That's what I'm seeing here right now. It's the first time I ever had that problem, so hold on, I got another solution. Okay, so if you look at this one, this is the old one. Hopefully you can see those threads there. They're a lot, this here was threaded a lot better and for this nut than that was. This is not barely threaded at all. So if you get a set of these, make sure you double check the threads. I will have to try and find a different nut in the future, and that's about all I can do for now. I'll have to go see if I can get like I said, a different nut to fit that, but for now we're going to go to the front and see what we can do with that. Okay, hopefully I'm getting a good shot of this, but the front emblem, you raise your hood of course, and just in front of the air filter and below the Corvette emblem, these two holes. Once again, I'm going to use a 10mm socket. Be careful, get it in there and get it lined up. Might take a few tries. Another thing you want to do is stick some type of adhesive or a magnet or something in there to keep from losing that nut, because it will drop down in there. Okay, this is what I'm going to do is put a piece of rubber glove over the top of it and see if I can, hopefully that holds that nut. I'm falling. It does fall in there. About the only thing you can do really is get in there with a magnet. There it is. That's one. I just got to get the other one. Yep, I dropped the nut down in there, so I'm going to have to fish that out with a magnet or get another one. Okay, there it is. It's off, and I got to fish that nut out and clean this all up, and I'll probably put the hood down when I clean it all up, and then get this on there. So hold on a second. Okay, I went and compounded it, and there's still a little bit of a line there. I'm going to see if I can just get that off using the tar and wax remover. Put this right on the rag. Oh yeah, that's working good. Or it seems to be. Yeah, there we go. I think that worked well. This looks like it has lines right in the paint. I'll have to get that off. Okay. Alright, I need to clean that off with some wax and tar remover, and then get the blind nuts back on. That's going to be the hard part. Okay, I tried to fish the nuts out of there with the magnet, but this won't go. It doesn't have enough clearance because of the straight part. I have this one. That's the same problem. And no matter how I go in there, it won't go down, so I'm going to have to try another solution. Okay, what I did was I taped a magnet to the end of this wire. I was going to use string, but I just didn't have any handy, so I'm going to try that and see if it works. Move it around. See if I get lucky. Oh, there it is. The problem is now I can't get it through the hole. That figures. Oh, there we go. I got lucky. Now, another easier solution if you don't have a magnet is just go to Napa and get some new ones. So. Okay, once again, I got the little rubber glove finger. I cut the fingers off, stick it in there and fold it over and stick that on there. Hopefully that will stay. I have to fish it out. Now the hard part, of course, is finding the end there, which can be difficult. Yeah, that's the hard part, of course. I haven't lost the nut yet. Helps if you can see in there the light. Of course, that's difficult to do. Try that one first. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, I did get lucky. Now, if you think it makes it easier to take the air filter housing off, just go ahead and do that. Probably a good time to do maintenance on that anyway. Don't over tighten these, you will snap them. Just get them snug. And there, that's it. Of course, that rubber glove is stuck in there. Oh well, that's going to stay in there. Again, the rubber glove is stuck in there. Okay, the front emblem is on. The rear emblem is on. And I went ahead and used Ultimate Liquid Wax. This is nice because it doesn't leave like a white residue. I always like using this stuff. And I'll go over a few things and end the video. Okay, the old emblems are off, new ones are on. I went ahead and polished them with Wires Ultimate Liquid Compound. You can use any good brand name and whatever one you like. Like I said, if you have any tips or tricks that you think are better for doing it, just put it down in the comments section. One thing I'll recommend is that you test fit the nuts, if like on the rear ones, that you can get off easy before you put them on. And one thing you might want to do is, if your emblems don't come with nuts like these, go to Napa and get the appropriate nuts for them before you start the project. This way, if you lose any or they don't fit, you'll know you already have ones that fit, and they're usually pretty cheap. So you buy them by a pack, or whatever they come in, a quantity they come in, or just get a few extra. You know, probably even go to your hardware store and get them. But I would try Napa first, or one of the auto parts stores. I always prefer Napa when it comes to that stuff. So that was, you know, pretty quick and easy. Maybe a couple hours work. It was well worth it. Definitely makes the car look better. Of course, now that I polished those little areas where the emblems go on, I got to polish the entire car. But hope we all learned something from that. I certainly did. Let's end the video here. And everybody have a great day. And God bless.